I'm all right.
I'm all right. Yeah. You all right? Are you happy? Hey Blankers, and welcome back to the second part of this podcast episode. Do you remember at the end of the last one we had so much great stuff recorded we had to break it up? Well, this is the next bloody bit. Enjoy! Well, howdy ho, Blankers. We're here with our next special guests. It's another local legend. It's only Miss Kate West, everybody. We bring out the very Camp Ghost.
Camp Ghosts, yeah, love
so thank you for giving us your time, Kate. It's lovely to see you.
All right.
First female guest in about bloody time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been...
very true.
I mean, it needed doing, didn't it? It was getting a bit too testosterone in here.
It
to
was.
be quite
Yeah,
honest with you.
100%, yeah.
So thank you for coming and even up the balance about bloody time too. So, shall we get into this, gentlemen?
I think
Yes.
Shall we? Kate, can you tell the listeners and ourselves who you are, what you do, and what you might be here for?
Okay.
This is your potted history of Kate West's.
So, yes, my name's Kate West. I'm a local musician. I play like solo by myself. I've also got a band called Kismet. I run a few open mics, and I also run a female-only musician night called the Nightingales.
Blimey, that's
cool.
busier than
That's
we are.
yeah.
for a start.
Yeah.
So
Straight away,
thank you
go.
for squeezing us in, because it sounds like you shouldn't be here, essentially wasting your time with us lot. So where should we start? Should we start
Nightingales, or
with Nightingales? Should we start with Nightingales?
Okay, sure.
Passion project. What is Nightingales?
So the Nightingales was basically put on because I thought there was not enough, or the female musicians in the local area weren't maybe getting enough exposure.
Okay.
And didn't know who each other were. And in general, girls don't seem to jam together. Or
Right.
even when you learn guitar, you learn it by yourself. And I find that boys don't do that. They share stuff with each other.
Right.
They learn together. They jam straight away. Even if they're rubbish, they're still in jamming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They shouldn't be, but they're still carrying
the
on.
Why
girls,
do you think that is? So,
it is the way that I think it's always been with the music. Is when I was 19 and I wanted people to be in a band with me. Well, I think I was younger than that. No one would be in a band with me because I was a girl. So...
Shambles.
And I remember when I played The Brush, I mean, it was a terrible band, it was crap, but I think I was the only girl that was on stage singing or fronting a band at that time. So, and it has changed, yes, but it hasn't changed enough.
I was going to say,
It's
you
just
must
not
have come
good
across
enough,
some interesting characters of the time. Are they proper pigs?
Yeah, well, I don't think I noticed it
No.
at the time,
Oh, okay, yeah.
actually. Do you know
Well,
what I mean?
it's
I didn't think
just-
about it, but
No.
looking back, I was
Yeah.
like, actually, that was quite brave of you at that age.
So
Do
you
know what
think,
I mean?
are you
I'm
thinking
a
that's
lot
like
older.
band members, or is that also like bookers and sort of music night hosts and all the rest of it? Was it all male fronted essentially?
Yeah.
Were you really trying to
Yeah,
get
it really
bang your head
was.
against it?
Yeah, and so even now, I sometimes think the girls aren't kind of given enough exposure, and I'm loud and bullshit and will walk in and be like, give me a gig. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? And if they're not like that, well, how are they getting them? So anyway, I don't think they're seen enough, and it's not just about them not being seen enough, but it's about them not getting together in the way that boys do. So the idea was that I'd put on like 3 female musicians, but at the very end we all jam together. So we
Okay.
pick a collab, 4 songs, and each girl takes a turn, sort of one singing, one doing harmony, one kind of picking the guitar, one strumming the guitar. So everyone's doing something different and
Yeah.
kind of switch over. So everyone gets a chance singing lead, everyone gets a chance to do harmony, etc. But that's the bit where they will have to come to mine, practice.
Yeah,
And
it's
they've
not
all
just a
loved
one-off.
it
Yeah.
so far, like being like, oh my God, I've never done this.
Right, okay.
You know, and it's for everyone to get to know each other, because the girls that are around, they don't know each other. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
when they're
of
saying,
course.
how many of these have you done? I'm like, well, my 3rd one. I'm hoping like at the end of the year we can all get together and everyone gets to meet each other.
Yeah.
You know, and everyone makes their own contacts and stuff like that. So yeah, so the next one is actually on International Women's Day. I know, I didn't realise.
What timing? That's so
Joe
well
from
done.
Ted Green was like, we're going to do it on this day because it's International Women's Day. And I was like, isn't it the 7th? And then he sent me a screenshot of like the date and blah, blah, and he went, some woman you are. So,
I'm not international yet.
Yeah.
That's your claim. That's
Apparently
your
I don't
claim.
know.
So what date is that? Just for,
the
for
8th of
clarity?
March, Wednesday the 8th of
cool.
Ah,
March.
7th is my birthday, actually. So that's a birthday.
It's not about you, Phil.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
you
We're
know.
literally trying to smash
You can
this.
come.
I'm just letting
It's
everyone know.
gender
that.
So I think people get really confused as well
Ultimate
because it's a female musician. Like they're like, well, can guys come? And I'm like, yeah, just the females
It's just-
playing.
they're on the
Just a
stage.
celebration.
Yeah.
It's not just, it's not a feminist thing. It's
Yeah.
just to get the female
of
scene
course.
in the area. In case you haven't heard of these people.
Is there still
Really?
a bit of a stigma in the sort of area sort of thing? You think?
I don't think there
Well,
means to be. I don't think anyone's doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
But
It's
I
like a
still think
hangover
it's
almost.
happening.
Yeah.
So
You just got to get
been
the
there so
numbers
long,
up,
hasn't it?
boost it. And,
yeah, I think a lot of it when it's like the original stuff. Yeah, sure. There's nights, there's things where they'll be playing all the rest of it.
Yeah.
But especially even like I don't know that many girls that do the kind of gigs I do on a Friday and Saturday where it's all covers.
Right. Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Because a lot of it's not like, or a lot of girls that write their own stuff, including my stuff, it's not particularly upbeat when I'm writing my own stuff. And I think sometimes they feel like I have to do something upbeat. And, well, you do, basically. So unless you're including that in your cover set list, do you know what I mean? You're not going to get booked the gigs that I've got booked. Do you know what I mean? But also they should still be seen. And the Wednesday nights at 10 Green Bottles are very much like chill. It can be slow music. Do you know what I mean? It's not meant to be get everyone going.
All out party
night.
day. Yeah. Middle of the week, it's hump day, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just,
no.
take it easy, lads. Just
So you,
yeah.
so you was mentioning slow music, Kate. So who are like your influences and stuff?
Oh.
Is that
straight in with the deep stuff.
I don't. So the sort of influences I like things like the Eurythmics and Kate Bush and Alanis Morissette,
wow.
Cranberries,
Strong list.
that sort of stuff.
Yeah, cool.
So if I was going to name the girls type thing. But yeah, which none of that's particularly slow, is it? Yeah.
No, not really. Yeah.
Oh well.
No.
They all have elements of it, though, don't they?
Yeah, exactly.
absolutely.
I like it if it's a bit more dramatic. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what made you sort of navigate towards slower
When I'm
stuff in that
writing,
case? Yeah.
not all mine are slow, but it gets difficult. You normally write songs when you're a bit sad.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Pain-
Like,
pain and emotion.
how often do you write a song? I'm in a really good mood. I'm going to sit down and write some songs. Like,
It's all about rainbows and butterflies.
yeah,
and so,
you really have
No,
to push
I want
yourself
pain.
to write something a bit more upbeat. So I'm like, my faster songs are angry.
Yeah.
I can only think of one that's kind of funny and happy. Do you know what I mean? And that
But it's
was-
hard to do that anyway.
Yeah.
Even the big bands find that hard. Or top bands, don't they? I mean, it's
You
you
speak of those-
gravitate to that stuff. It's hard to write.
you have
It's
a-
hard to write an upbeat.
Yeah.
The song without it sounding cheesy kind of thing, isn't it? Everyone just go, oh, that's a bit cheesy.
Yeah.
I think if you're
that'd be
writing with a band, it'd be easier to
Right,
write
easier,
faster
yeah.
music. Where if you're sitting by
Yeah,
yourself,
it's just
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
isn't it?
But
It's
even
right.
even lyrically, they tend to go dark. That's what I mean. Actually, to write an upbeat, lyrically happy, fun song, tend to people
man,
then
who
go, oh,
cares
that's what
about being happy?
What I,
Exactly.
yeah.
who puts music up?
Oh, I mean, I think we all
Let
fall,
Mika do his shit.
we all fall in
Generally-
that category, that quite sad, depressing music, don't we? I think.
Well, generally,
I certainly do, I think, yeah.
Well, I think generally the people that write happy are like people like from that environment, like the Beach Boys or whatever. They like got that sort of, and even they went a bit different, didn't they? Later on down the road, it's only when they kicked off with the
It
surf.
helps if you're mangled off your brain at that point.
It does,
as well,
yeah.
doesn't
When you
it?
get
It
when
really
you're
does.
dipping into acid and stuff.
I've always said really there's only two types of music. Like you either music you put on to feel cool, that like if you're in your car and someone caught you with your windows down and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, I look really
Yeah.
cool. So like cool music, like Sabian or something like that. Or emotional music.
Yeah.
Otherwise, and that's it really.
Yeah, it's
That
something
really
to
is
either
it.
heighten or try to reduce what you're feeling, isn't it? It's one
Yeah.
way or the other. You either exacerbate what you're feeling or you try and,
Yeah,
chop
and
it
you're not
down
going
a
to
little
feel
bit.
cool if you're stopped in traffic and your windows down and you're listening to some really sad shit, are you? But
No, that's very true. It's always the best of Hanson in Phil's car, so he always looks cool. All good. Splendid stuff. So that is, just to clarify, so Nightingale's next gig is 8th of March, which
8th
is
of
Wednesday,
March.
at 10 Green Bottles in
Yep.
Lee.
You can get tickets now.
And was that just a case of you
Right
putting
now.
an ad on Facebook then, I'm guessing, or something like that, and just thinking,
No, I had to go and like discuss it with the owner and the bar manager and say, this is my idea, can we please put it on?
oh, right, well, and then you did that, and they said, yeah, and then you what? Said,
Yeah,
I'm
they've
just gonna
been
put an
really
ad out.
supportive behind
Yeah.
it actually, do you know what I mean? So they've
So
really
every-
up for it.
Was it once a month, did you say?
It's, I think I was doing it once every 2 months. I mean, you've got to think, we've got to get the girls around, practice,
Yeah.
pick songs. So I was like,
right.
it's actually getting a bit much with everything else I've got going on. So I'm only going to do 4 this year. So we're going to do it once every 3 months this year. Just because it's a month of rehearsing. Do you know what I mean?
absolutely.
As well as band practice rehearsal.
And as you
as
say,
well as
you're trying to get
learning
everyone's
my own
diary all
stuff,
sorted
as well as going to
together,
work.
aren't
And
Yeah, all that.
yeah.
All the regular
And it's 3
stuff.
different girls So
every
you'll have 3
time.
girls do one session, then you'll have 3 different girls do another.
Yeah, so like they all get to do like half an hour, 20 minutes of whatever they want. So it can be covers, their own music, whatever. So I think this time all the girls are doing their own stuff. And they're really great bunch of girls that are doing it. So it's Sheila Lord, Scarlett Rose Taylor and Emma Jane Beaumont. And Emma plays violin and keys. And one of the Scarlett's at like Brit School. Do you know what I mean? Sheila's great.
Right.
They're all amazing. And they've all come around. They're all like straight in with harmonies like that. And I was like, I'm rubbish at harmonies, by the way.
I've set myself up.
Yeah,
Oh, my
no,
God.
they're all really good, really good. So it should be a good one. And I kind of do it, I mean, as you can probably tell, I'm a bit of a talker. So I kind of do it so it is, they've got 20 minutes or half an hour-ish, and then it's 15 minutes. So if you can now talk.
Right,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Because I hate those nights where it's like one person after
Straight
the
into
other and
another,
you have
yeah.
to be really
of
quiet
course.
the whole
Right, yeah.
night
Yeah.
because it'd be so hypocritical of me to go on a night like that.
Yeah.
So there is a break. You do get to talk to your mates. Do you know what I mean? And then the next one will come up, and then
Yeah.
at the end we do the 4 collab songs together, which
Brilliant.
naturally have somehow whenever we do it, it ends up being a bit girl powerish. The ones we pick, not on purpose, but
Right.
it just
Happy
ends
girl.
up being a
Gravitates
bit
to it,
like
yeah,
that.
Like Spice Girls.
Yeah, well, no, we don't do that.
No. So you're saying, Kate, tickets are on sale? Is
Tickets
that
on sale. You can get them from 10 Green Bottles.
Right.
It's on their website, so if you go on there, you can buy tickets already. But they will be putting it on their Facebook page as well. So there is a link you can go to. It's £10 a ticket, and all the money goes to the musicians. So
Fab.
Cool.
Cool. Well, we'll put that on our.
Nice. Yeah,
on
we'll
our
stick,
link
Yeah.
as
we'll stick
yeah.
up the details on that as well. And then in terms of like your personal stuff, what's the next thing that you've got coming up aside from the Nightingales?
what, just general gigs? or-
as Kate West, the solo.
So I'm playing down the Smack in Lee, in Old League. That's coming up. I think that's next Friday. Don't know. I need to check my phone.
I wasn't expecting all these
was
dairy-based questions.
it? No, yeah. Details.
You promised me a widget.
I'm pretty sure that is next Friday, actually.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the Smack. That's with
That's the
Roy
24th
Met.
Feb.
Yeah, that's it.
Trying to work out dates
Yeah.
myself, yeah.
So he, so there's a geezer called Roy Met that basically invites a guest to come into the Smack. So he runs the night in general, and you just have a little set in there, sort of thing. You just play like an hour or 45 minutes, and then he carries it on. And then I've a gig with the band down there as well,
Okay.
and that is a Saturday at the end of March, maybe the 26th.
Right.
That sounds about right. We're just checking dads now.
This
Just,
is your
talk,
band.
Talk amongst yourselves,
My
everybody.
band,
What was that called?
So we're
Like
called
20,
Kismet.
25th is the Saturday.
25th is the Saturday. Okay, so 25th, yeah, my band Kismet playing down the Smack as well, actually. Yeah.
Cool.
And what sort of stuff
Is it-
music does
Yeah, I was gonna
Kismet
say.
play? Is
So
that a
really,
similar?
it is more or less my set, but it's beefed up with the band, obviously. So,
Okay.
so for example, when I play Edge of 17 with just the guitar, and then I play Edge of 17 with we've just joined Chappie, who's a keyboardist, and I've got a young girl called Sophie playing on bass, which I love the fact that I've got another girl in the band, my
Nice.
mate Nick on the drums. And now it is like, you've got the proper like beginning of
It's
the
that
on the
on the-
bass, and
yeah.
then like Chappie comes in with the keys, and I
Right.
think when we went to band practice last week, I was like, I actually feel like Stevie Nicks now. Do you know what I mean?
We're done,
It was
we're
that
good,
good.
yeah.
So it definitely adds to what basically the set was already doing, and then the songs there is a bit more leeway kind of thing. So like I wanted to do Offspring, Self-Esteem and stuff like that, which I'd never do by myself
Yeah.
really, but with the band it's going to work.
Yeah.
So, and like no one does that around here. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
was
look
going to say,
forward to that.
opens up some
Yeah.
avenues.
So and things like
creatively.
we're going to do like Week, Skunk and Nancy, and use the kind of
nice.
advantage
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
there aren't many like girl-fronted
Female-fronted, yeah.
bands around here. So let's not do the same old stuff that they're doing. I don't want to do Stereophonics. I'm not doing any Oasis.
Yeah.
Yeah. of
No,
course.
let's pick
Yeah.
some songs that other people aren't doing
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
use the fact I'm a girl.
100%, yeah. Nice to stand out in a crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect stuff.
I was going to say, do you do a bit of Sleeper as well, or anything like that?
No, I was in a Britpop band
Yeah.
with Joe Lamb and that lot,
Okay,
and
yeah.
that was great. And I did Sleeper
Do a little
then.
bit, yeah.
But I feel like that's a bit too laid back for me.
Oh, really? Yeah,
which
yeah.
was like
Right,
the
so you-
bit of a problem
yeah.
with the Britpop band, because all
Yeah.
the songs we picked weren't really a push for me.
Right, okay.
Do you know what I mean? I was always like, yes,
So I
I
want
can
to
do
say a bit
that.
more.
Stand on my head. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But that's
You
sounding
You need to be
too.
challenged.
Do you know
Yeah.
what I
no,
mean?
yeah.
So I want the ones in this band to be a little bit more, challenging.
Would Echo Belly be any?
Yeah, we did that one. Yeah.
That's quality, yeah.
Yeah, we did Echo Billy, Sleeper, Catatonia, which didn't like singing, to be honest.
Oh, really?
No, because she doesn't sing in a good place in her voice. And when you're copying someone, you like do
imagine
that
that
too.
ends
So
up
like Road Rage, is that?
Yeah, no, we didn't do that one. We just, I don't know, that's it. I was like, I wouldn't have minded that one. We're doing Mulder and Scully, and I was like,
Okay.
It's not everyone's cup of tea.
no. And then where else did we do? It was like all the ones you just know, like
You
the
go straight in.
Cardigans,
Elastica.
my favourite game. And then we put in, and this is my favourite one to do, was, what was it called? Republica.
Oh, you're ready to go.
Ready to go. That was my favourite one to get up and do.
There's another one they did as well. I'll drop their gorge. I quite like that. It's a bit cheesy, but I quite like it.
Yeah, I love doing Ready to Go though. That was sort of my. Do you know what I mean? That was like, this one feels like it's more
it's
me.
proper going for it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Oh, wow, cool.
Yeah, that was good. That was fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you do your own songs with the band, or is that just a solo?
Not yet. We might. We haven't kind of got there yet because because now we've added someone else to the band. As soon as we get there with the set, I'm like, oh, should we change something? And they're like, for God's sake. Do you know what I mean?
Really?
So what I want is, because we've already got 2-hour sets, and I want us to have 3-hour sets so that we can mix it up depending on where we are. Because we still do like a bit of, like, I do a couple of dance covers, which works in some places, and other places you just know, no, let's just stick to rock music.
Quick scan of the audience.
So so it just depends.
Yeah.
But I like the idea that we'd have enough to pick from to be able to change it. When we were at that point, which we're not yet, I may then go, right, should we try some of our own stuff and see what happens? But not yet.
What sort of dance ones would you drop in? Would it be like?
So I do a cover of I Need a Miracle.
Okay.
And then we do like a run of like songs that go into each other, which is like Dance Monkey, and then like a couple of garagey like ones. What is it called? God, I can't think of things when you put on the
No,
spot.
sorry.
I've been waiting all night and then moving too fast, and then I can't feel my face, and then we finish on Ain't Nobody.
Right, so certain type of songs work. Cause, like, I think Florence did Hands Up in the Air, didn't she?
You've got the laugh, you mean?
Yeah,
you got,
the candy stamp.
I know why you said that though, because I always say at the beginning, I hope you're ready to put your hands up because of that line. So you there, I know what you were thinking, it's fine. So we do that one too, yes.
Well done, yeah.
Dale's working his way into some form of duet, isn't he? You can see.
Yeah.
At the end of the night, I think I'm
these tones, yeah.
I'd love to see that, Dale.
You would say, yeah. So would the local foxes, man.
Queue of dogs outside just going, I love this one. Dale's singing again.
With your original stuff, like
Yeah.
as the band, what's the songwriting process then? Is it just your stuff, or did the other guys bring stuff?
Well, we haven't tried doing my own
None
stuff
at
with
all.
the band.
Not even
yet.
jamming, not even just. No, so
I'm
that's the
too
next.
focused. I'm like, we've got too much to do first. We haven't got time for this, but we will get there.
Building blocks, Phil. Building blocks first.
All of them are in other bands and all the rest of it. And Sophie that plays bass, she's in like other bands. I was confused why she wanted to be in the band. She's
like a
19.
supergroup.
I'm older than her mum. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, sure, you want to be in this band.
So you're all trying to fit sort of around each other all the time, so you can't be kind of as
Yeah,
regular
that's
as you might
hard,
want
isn't
to be, I imagine.
But we'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, good.
It's
that's
worth
what
waiting for.
happens.
It'll happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it might happen during, like I said, I want to try and get my album recorded, and it might naturally happen with the people that I asked to come in and do that. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, to be honest, I'm not thinking that far ahead yet.
What about the Leigh Folk Festival? You looking to get there this year?
I hope so. Yeah. See what happens.
I went
I've got
there
the band
last year.
today.
Have you been there? Oh, it's so good.
I haven't, so no.
I did it last year. Must admit, it was a good. I only went for the day. I didn't realise
always
it.
good.
It was a really good day. We should all go. Definitely is a good day out.
When's that happening?
June, July time, isn't it?
It's around maybe the 24th of that sort of time.
I think it's July, it might be, but yeah, it's good. It's good.
definitely
They
June.
basically just close off all of Leigh, didn't they? Really, and you kind of just everyone's just walking around, going to all these different bars and
Pub
that.
to pub, and
yeah,
it's
it's good.
music.
Yeah.
Well, you definitely have to do it near the time.
Sounds like a plan. Might even do a live broadcast. Absolutely smacked in the smack. Just go on.
We should do a festival, shouldn't we? With all with bands and not the bands, but the people, musicians we've had on the on the pod.
40 Fest.
Right, 40 Fest. Yeah.
People might look at it and go, "What? You've got to be over 40 to go." I'm not going. Nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Splendid stuff. So, question for yourself in that case, Kate. We always get our guests to do a couple of songs for us. What might you be playing for us this evening? Have you worked out where you're going yet? Have you worked out what the audience are
I
craving?
don't think we hadn't quite decided that because I wanted to do 2 of my own, mainly
More than happy with
because one doesn't really show like what you can do, or I feel like it's just one.
Yeah.
It's just a
It's
snapshot,
not enough.
isn't it?
Do you know what I mean? And then I was like, so I might mic it up. So can I do 2?
We're absolutely happy with that.
But then I also, if I was going to do a cover, I was going to do Glory Box by Portishead, which is actually something we did with the Nightingales lot, as in one of our group songs. And then I've been doing it with the band and on my own. And it's such a shock that I didn't realise how many people love that song. And they're always like, oh my God, like, because they don't expect you to do it.
Yeah.
So it's been a real pleasure covering that one.
I mean, surely
Good song.
we can almost make allowances for, should we say 3? There's a trailblazing female artist.
Why not?
First
Why
year
not?
pod.
Yeah.
We could even throw 3 in.
The pressure.
To hell with it.
Do it. Yeah.
Look at that.
Fucking do that.
Rule of 3. Rule
Yeah.
of 3. Well,
Basically-
Get on the phone, get the girls around. Let's get them all.
What we basically mean is the less of us talking, the fucking
you sounded
better.
like such a creep then. Get on the phone.
Get the girls round.
Get the girls around.
Everyone on the police now.
Didn't realise how it sounded.
No, go.
You never do, Phil. You never do. It doesn't make it right, though, does it?
Yeah, no.
Splendid. Nice. So, where might people be able to find stuff about Kate West? Have you got Facebook? Have you got like an Instagram? Have you got...
So I have got Facebook, which is like my musician page, which I put hardly anything on. It
Okay.
does have like show reels, like as in, if you want to book me, this is my slow set, this is my
Okay,
fast
yeah.
set, type thing. But I'm actually, I feel like it doesn't get you across very well, really, of what you're like in a live setting.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. So but they're there. They're on the Facebook page. But I think it's just called Kate West Music.
Right. That's what it says on the tin.
Yeah, pretty much. Not that the picture looks anything like me, because it was taken years ago, and I've got short blonde straight hair in it. So, but that's me.
Don't worry. I think my Facebook page, I've got a massive ponytail. There must be something in it. Yeah.
I know. And normally, if I'm at gigging, I'll just say to people, just friend me up on my normal friend page, because that's where I actually put.
Your
When I'm actually doing a gig, I'm like, here, it's on here. Do you know what I mean? On my actual friend page. Do you know what I mean? Rather than on my musician page, because they're really hard to do.
Work. Yeah.
Like, they're not that easy to work. I was like, why is it different to normal Facebook, the musician page? I can't work this.
Yeah.
So that's why, basically.
So if you go, then there's not much. That's fine. Check out friend page, and then any other sort of socials, or have you got Spotify? Are you on?
I am.
Where can people
so I
listen
am
to
on
it,
Instagram as well, but I only joined that because younger people kept on asking me where I was gigging, and I went,
Yeah.
aren't you on
Facebook? No,
Facebook?
it's on
And they were like,
Facebook.
no, why aren't you on Instagram? And I was like, oh, how'd you do that?
Yeah.
What's that for? Pictures
Yeah.
of yourself.
Right,
yeah.
Sounds a bit narcissistic.
Set it up for
to
me. Yeah, I'll do it.
So I am on Instagram as well. As just Kate West. I don't have some like weird name on it. People keep friending me up, and I'm like, I don't know who you are. The picture's too small, and it isn't your name. I feel really old.
What's DB 6727
Yeah, I don't know what
BCD?
this
I don't
means.
care. Yeah.
So there's probably loads of people that have like followed me, and I'm like, I don't know who you are, I don't know who you are. And they're like, why hasn't she followed me back? I'm like, 'cause I don't know who you are.
Yeah. Use a real name. Be a human.
And I did put one song on YouTube. It's probably got like 3 followers on it.
Or we can make that 4 later. It's
Yeah,
fine.
thanks.
We'll go on and do that. Least we can do.
But yeah.
Splendid. So people can find out. Just Google Kate West and
Yeah,
she'll come up.
yeah.
Splendid stuff. Gentlemen, anything else that we need to probe Miss West about?
I think it's all good.
We'll just put the
Especially
links
not you,
on.
Phil.
We'll just put the links on, especially about the Nightingale night.
Is there anything,
So we've got all
Kate, you thought we should have asked you?
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
don't
we're
think
still very
so.
much amateurs at this ourselves, so you tell us. What should we have asked Kate West?
No, that's
What's
it.
the one question we should definitely ask you is a good question to ask.
Oh, come on. The questions you've given me to actually answer, like I felt like
Yeah, they're
I'm
hard
not
enough,
allowed
to
to
be
just
fair.
fly by the seat of my pants like I normally do. I've
okay.
actually had to research. Like, that's hard enough.
We're hanging in a
What about,
creative. It's not fair. It's not fair.
What about give us saying a bit of information about yourself that people might not know or might not have guessed, even if they know you?
What secret?
Yeah,
well,
I mean,
I don't know about that,
I know
that's
you've
okay.
only just met me, but in case you're not aware, like, I'm an open book, I'm way too honest and I talk too
Right,
much, so
right.
there's nothing.
I used to be a Mormon or something like that.
The chances are, in the next half an hour, weird stuff's going to come out.
Yeah,
anyway,
it probably
so,
will do, yeah.
Let's find out what happens in the fullness of time. But for the time being, shall we put hands together for Kate
let's
West?
definitely do it.
Right, So this is Glory Box by Portishead. I'm so tired of playing with this bow and arrow. I'm gonna give my heart away, leave it to the other girls to play. But I've been a temptress too long. Just give me a reason to love you. Give me a reason to be a woman. I just wanna be a woman. From this time unchained, while I was looking at a different picture through this new frame of mind. 1,000 flowers could bloom. Move over and give us some room. Just give me a reason to love you. Give me a reason to be a woman. I just wanna be a woman. So don't you stop being a man. Just take a little look from outside when you can. So a little tenderness, no matter if you cry. Just give me a reason to love you. Give me a reason to be a woman. I just wanna be a woman. All I wanna be is a woman. But this is the beginning of forever and ever. It's time to move over. So I wanna be. I'm so tired of playing with this bow and arrow. I'm gonna give my heart away, leave it to the other girls to play. But I've been a temptress too long. Just give me a reason to love you. Give me a reason to be a woman. just wanna be a woman.
Okay, Blankers, we're cracking on with special guest Kate West, and we're going to strand you, Kate, on the desert islands. Are you ready to be stranded?
Yes.
We are looking for, a little bit more about you and what kind of makes you tick. So let's get on to Desert Island Dicks. So you'll start for 10, Miss West. We're looking at noughties, but we can kind of extend it to 90s if you so desire, because we're all about the retro. So what noughties or 90s, Richard or Dick, would you like to be stranded with?
I found this question very difficult.
Every single guest we've had has said this one is the one that stumps them more than anything else.
But I've picked Rick Wisser.
From Shed 7?
Yeah.
I love that man, that scrawny bastard. What a dude.
Yeah.
And what is it about Mr. Witter's work or presence?
I'm a big fan of Shed 7. I've seen him quite a few times. I went to like 2 gigs that were like after, when they did like the Christmassy time gigs.
Yeah.
And I've met him twice.
They're nice.
Never met
I say don't meet your heroes.
So, yeah.
A bit of a pause.
Should you have met your hero?
So the first time was because the drummer was when I was very young. The drummer in our band had a cousin that knew them or was the drummer.
Right.
Or I can't really remember the story, but somehow we'd got backstage passes.
Yeah.
And me being a twat went up with my band's album, which was obviously terrible, and was like, hi, do you want to listen to our album? And Chris Morse was there as well. I didn't know who he was at the time. I don't think he was known as, who he is now, if you know what I mean, then. But he was actually lovely and spoke to me for ages and took the album. Do you know what I mean? I'm like,
sweet.
definitely not listening to that, but he still took it.
That's a nice touch.
Yeah,
Very nice. And then we missed the last train home, obviously, got completely stranded in London. We're walking around for ages, trying to find somewhere to stay. Like, we're trying to find a bed and breakfast, but it was me, my friend, and my drummer. So one pushed open a door to what I think was a drugs den, which we ran out of.
Knowingly or not? Not knowingly.
Yeah,
Right,
no,
okay.
It's quite scary.
We can stay here.
And then I was the only one that was like, this isn't right, run, type thing.
Yeah.
And
Cozy
then,
drugs then.
eventually found like a bed and breakfast that said we could stay, but we didn't have like a lot of money, so we wanted one room for all 3 of us. So they said yes, and then once we got up to the room, they were like, no prostitutes here, and I was like, shut up. I know, I was a little bit like,
there, love.
no, I know I've got short skirt on and boots, but I'm not a prostitute.
Was you like Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman? You're like big mistake. You go back later. And
No, but I want that outfit. It was really funny that I was like, as if you really think that, because I must have been like 18 and I was a young looking 18.
Right, okay, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I was like, what? So we didn't do that. Eventually someone paid for a cab home. Do you know what I mean? Because we were stuck.
We could have saved ourselves a lot of heartache here. If you'd stomped up that 50 quid a bit earlier.
And then the second time, I'd walked in just to the gig as normal, and some geezer came up and said, do you want backstage passes? And I was like, yes, please. And
that stuff doesn't happen, does it?
Yeah,
really?
no, I get that. I've had that a lot. I had got that a lot when I was younger. And then I was with the same girl that was with me the last time we had seen Shed 7, and she was like, is this a good idea? And I was like, do you not want to go?
Yeah.
She was like, no, let's go. So we went. Again, like a twat, went up to the band. Why didn't you play this song? Rah, rah, rah.
Oh, no.
I thought for a minute you had like another copy of your album. So, seriously, I've got another one. You didn't listen to the first one.
I wasn't singing the plane at that point. But I did end up snogging Paul Banks out of Show 7.
That's got well.
Yeah.
Not a bad story. That's a pretty cool story.
Got a cab again, so.
Bingo. That works for me.
Didn't actually really talk to Rick, but I mean, at least if I'm on the island, I can be like, I've met you.
Make up time.
I've stopped
exactly.
Yeah.
Still had him in that headlock. Trying to get him
Listen to the
second
fucking
album,
music.
He wasn't
Rick.
as friendly as a.
Oh, really? Was
the other
he?
one.
Oh, okay.
No, clearly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
Clearly not.
but still good enough to be on your island.
But we're not holding that against
struggling with the name.
Yeah.
You're going to force him to get out, but you got the whole of the time on the island.
The question wasn't name a Paul to be on the island with.
Name a Paul you've snogged that might play in a band. I've got this one covered, guys. Yeah. Perfect. Well, I'm a massive fan of Shed 7 myself.
Yeah, me too, yeah. Very underrated.
They are,
very underrated.
Big fan of that answer. Good start, solid. Let's move on. So you and Rick, you're sitting there, you've had a full day of, I don't know, chopping down coconut trees or whatever. What do you and him listen to? What album from the 90s or noughties are you listening to on loop?
For eternity.
For the entire time you're stranded?
It's Pearl Jam 10.
Beautiful.
Ooh, nice. Yeah.
This is shaping up well. Any standout tracks? I mean, we all know the obvious, but is there something about that album that, what is it that grabs you?
Jeremy's probably, I cover Black, in fairness, but Jeremy's one of my favourites. Rearview Mirror isn't on the album, but it's another one of my favourites. Even Flow.
Yeah.
And I've seen Pearl Jam twice, and they've let me down twice.
Why is that? What, performance-wise?
Because they didn't play Even Flow, Rearview Mirror, or Jeremy twice.
Strange they don't play Jeremy. Is there something that they've kind of just
Well, I
shied
think
away
they
from?
did on that other day that I didn't go,
okay,
and you
just
know
so
when you were
happens to
like,
be
why
pop
would you
up.
do
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
So, I mean, the first time I saw him was in America, and I was going around American and Camp Fan for 6 months, and we were in San Francisco, which I didn't particularly like. But Pearl Jam were playing in 2 weeks' time, and I was like, we're not going anywhere until I've seen Pearl Jam. Because my brother got to go to the Esplanade gig, and I did not get to go because my mum was like, no.
That's when
you're
they played
far too
under
young.
a fake name, wasn't it, or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, so my brother went, I wasn't allowed to go, and I was like, no, this has to happen, I've never seen them.
This is redemption.
Yeah, so we waited around in San Francisco for 2 weeks to see them. Americans do not know how to do festivals.
Really?
No, they're awful. So I think Noel Gallagher once said it about Coachella, and I was like, he is spot on. It was like $7 for half a pint. I mean, they even do half a pint in English
They can't drink
festivals.
though, can they, properly?
Yeah.
So I was told off for smoking in the field, to which I was like, I'm going back to my camper van to smoke for a while because this is rubbish anyway. But then, because I was smoking, all the other Americans were like, oh, and I was like, just do it. If we all just smoke, what are they going to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Arrest me for
No,
smoking?
being
The people with
serious.
That's a
shitloads of
different
guns.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Lose it. It's
They're all
like,
in the field like...
Yeah, they're shooting each other, but you can't fucking smoke. That's deadly.
I shoot Tad in the fucking head.
Yeah, the Uzi's quite
I won't
deadly,
light
mate.
up.
No,
It's
no,
not-
the Rothmans are.
It's not very civil.
The support band was Incubus, which is like all right,
Okay.
but that's the one before Pearl Jam. I was
Right,
like,
okay, yeah.
You need a
dunno.
little more.
And then Americans don't do the same thing that we do, so they either toe tap or they fight. The mosh pit
It's
is
that or the
an
other.
actual fight.
Yeah, they do. They do enjoy
So
the
they
mosh,
don't jump up and down
It's
like,
just a run around and then
and fight each other.
collision, innit? Yeah.
So I couldn't get in the mosh pit because they want a black eye. At the time, my husband was like, I've got heat stroke. And I was like, now you've got heat stroke. I was like, my family's Irish and Scottish. If anyone's going to be getting heat stroke, it's me.
It's this
Don't
pasty
lie.
fucker.
There's an ambulance over
Yeah.
there. I'm not missing Pearl Jam.
Right.
But I couldn't even go off and, like, you know,
Yeah.
get in
Oh,
there.
Cool.
And then they played Rockin' in the Free World for 10 minutes at the end. And then everyone just left. And I was like, why is everyone leaving? They didn't play.
Yeah, clearly
Even
this is
Flow or
a build up
Jeremy
to a.
or Rearview Mirror.
Yeah,
and
where's the
everyone's just
encore?
leaving.
Nothing.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
Yeah. Oh,
And
that's a
then
bit of a disappointment.
Hyde Park this summer, same thing. And they had that golden circle thing,
Yeah.
which that infuriates me. And so I got to the front as far as I could go. And then I was like, what's this? Why is there a gap? Why can't you get to the front? And I was like, right, come on, this is Pearl Jam. So I was like, everyone, I can take that security man. Let's go. Like, if you all go, what are they going to do? And everyone was like, oh, no. And I was like, this is not like it was in the 90s. We would not have stood for this.
Absolutely.
So, again, they weren't very good.
Should have gone all Woodstock 99 on them.
I know, but that's what I mean. Everyone thinks that's crazy. And I was like, no, that is what it was like.
Yeah.
And I would have rated too if I was at that.
Damn.
So,
But with the album, you know what you're getting, and you're
Yeah.
happy with it.
I know. And at least when they did Black, he did all the little bits, you
Yeah.
know, he didn't change it. He did it exactly as it is on the
Right,
album.
yeah.
And that was the best bit because at this point he'd given up with the front and decided the back was probably better now because of this circle thing. And it was.
Yeah.
And we literally walked towards the back. And you know how Rayleigh people just find each other? I mean, how?
It's,
but
there's
they
like
do.
a homing beacon that gets stuck in the
So-
necks. Yeah.
So all the Rayleigh people were in one area and we were like, oh, and here we are. And, but as we were walking to them, everyone was singing like Black as we were walking, and I was like, this was
Now
the good
we're-
moment
now we're
kind
having
of
it.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, fair play, mate.
It's a good album.
Yeah.
It's a
Good
damn,
choice.
Damn fine album. All right, it's 2 for 2 so far. Looking good. Let's move from that to the movies of the 90s and noughties. Is there one that you could watch on a loop day after day, night after night. There is clearly, and it's an absolute,
like a less common
absolute
answer. I was
cracker.
laughing at me
Here we
because
come.
it's
Strap
a
in,
less
everybody.
common
This is going to get rocky. Hit us with the movie.
So my favourite film is The Last of the Mohicans.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
See? Everybody thinks it's geeky.
That's not as it's not the one that jumps out immediately when people answer these, but it is what it is. It's personal choice, isn't it? What is it about the film that does it for you? Daniel Day-Lewis in
The
loincloth?
music is really good in that film. So
I'm trying to think of it.
It's been a while. I don't think I've watched it for a very, very long time.
I think it's Michael Mann, isn't it?
it's got lovely
Yeah, you're the
music
film
in
guy,
it.
Phil, aren't you?
I think it is.
Like the scenery's amazing as well.
Yeah.
There's one bit where they're behind a waterfall and he jumps through it and he says, "I'll find you."
It's what everyone wants.
I always remember the front cover, it's just him running, isn't it?
It's just
long
that.
hair.
Yeah. Paint, loincloth,
Beautiful.
hatchet, done.
It's the best end scene to any movie.
I'm trying to
So at the end,
I've
like the
seen
two
it.
girls are going to get off and like be taken away and killed, and then the English guy that no one likes like offers himself up and
Standard,
he gets
isn't it?
burnt
English
at the
guy,
stake,
yeah.
and then Daniel Day-Lewis shoots him in the head, and they have to chase after her sister.
Yes.
and then she
That's
jumps
ringing
off the
bells.
cliff. And,
It won quite a few awards as well, didn't it?
yeah,
For,
it's a
Yeah,
good
it's quite a big
MC.
film.
It's a
It's a
good
big film at the
MC.
time, wasn't it?
Yeah, he never really did a stinker, did he, Day-Lewis? He always... Was he the one that went full method as well?
Yeah.
wasn't he?
Yeah.
So he was just scalping
He was,
people off set. and
yeah,
just going
The
mental.
worst one was on My Left Foot. He actually got the crew members to carry him everywhere. Apparently, they
I
got
did
so
read that,
fucked
yeah.
off with him.
Yeah.
Because obviously he was playing a disabled guy, but he was getting the crew guys to carry
Yeah,
him everywhere.
take me to lunch, lads.
Trini was
Yeah,
eating
so-
dinner with his left foot and stuff like that night. I mean, that
No,
would
he
be
probably used a
impressive.
knife and fork. didn't he?
He probably was, though.
No, but
It was
yeah, he
that
was like
sort
a
of- yeah.
massive method. I
Proper
mean,
method,
a bit
yeah.
pretentious.
Proper method,
Do
wasn't
you
it?
know what I mean? But
Yeah,
you know,
I think-
I'm not worried about him. It's the film.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they're great on you if you're... Because some people stay on it, even if they're like playing sort of like a villain.
They're also
They
meant to be
get on with
acting. Do you know
that.
what I mean? Act.
Yeah, turn it
Yeah.
on, turn it off. That's your job.
There's the point,
Honestly.
yeah.
Very true, isn't it? Lovely stuff. Well, we
Yeah,
might end
we
up-
haven't had that. I don't even think we've had.
we've had
I
that
don't
in
even think
the
we've had that
90s, do we?
mentioned.
No.
No.
So that's a good one.
It must...
yeah.
No, really.
Phil's
It must have
definitely
come
going
up
to
in
go
an
back and watch
honourable.
it. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I've been going back to watching a lot of films actually lately.
Add it to the list.
Yeah,
you can
might
tell
have
us all
to.
about it. All right, we will crack on with that. We might have a watch of that. We've got some homework out of this. All right, so we've done film, we've done music. We're into fashion now. Now we know that the 90s and the noughties were fucking terrible for fashion. Was there a trademark look that you used to rock?
What, the 90s fashion's coming back? What do you mean?
Global hypercolour, I'm all over. I want everyone to know when I'm sweating. Obviously, let's really bust it out. Yeah, was there something particular that you were?
My answer to this is well boring because it's what I'd wear now, which is a pair of jean shorts, a pair of Converse and a t-shirt, which
classic.
is still what I wear in the
Cool.
summer.
It works.
you go.
Pretty
Works-
much what I'm
works for a
wearing
reason.
now. Actually.
Yeah, you really shouldn't be wearing the jean shorts. Plus,
Yeah,
I
I've got a lovely
can see
set of pins.
Phil's gone full on Daisy Duke.
cross the
Yeah.
legs the other way. One of
Well,
them doing it.
the proper jean shorts, because the jean shorts now where you can see someone's ass cheeks, I'm not a fan of.
No,
and I
they need another
remember
3 inches on them.
being in the line for some festival, whatever, like in the toilet line,
Yeah.
just with some girl with her butt cheeks hanging out,
Yeah.
going, people wearing these now. Like, that's disgusting.
That was
Like,
me.
Just to go in this
Phil,
Portaloo now, like, oh, just no.
It's like 4
Not a
inches of
fan.
pocket hanging out rather than it's
Yeah,
like, that's too
no.
short. You've gone too
Proper-
far with that.
proper
Yeah, nice. You used to rock a pair of Robinson Crusoe cut-offs, didn't you, Dale?
Oh, yeah. Always.
Loved it.
Always, mate.
Still to this day. Lovely. Strong. All right, let's talk about the opposite sex in that case. Was there a particular noughties crush that you would like to be on the island, or is Rick Witter enough? Is he man enough for you?
See, I wouldn't fancy Rick Witter now, too skinny.
Okay, a bit more meat on the bone.
What about Rick Waller?
We're going the opposite way.
Bit
Richard
far, yeah.
Griffiths. Yeah.
And I don't really fancy
Rick Wall.
like people from telly or do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like unless I've met them, but at a push, having to pick someone.
Just to FYI, if you say your brother-in-law, it's going to get really weird. It's probably uncomfortable at Christmas. I'm going to steer you away from that. It's like, oh, I was going to say that. No, shit, okay.
So having to pick someone, I'd pick Heath Ledger.
Heath
Oh,
Ledger,
cool.
okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
That'll be topical for later, maybe.
Yeah, Dearly Departed. Nice. Fine actor as well. Okay.
What
Yeah.
era? Like, so it'll be 10 Things I Hate About You.
I mean, I did
Ledger,
like
or
him
we-
in that, but
First
I prefer
Night.
him when his hair is like
Or are we joking?
blonder. So again, I'm going to pick another film that you're going to be like, what? There was a film called The Patriot.
Oh,
with Mel Gibson.
That's it. Yeah, there you go. You've got my idea of the type of movies I like now. Then.
Anyone on horseback? By the sounds of it.
Anyone that hates the English as well. Hate the English.
Stuff,
I like a saddle sore xenophobic.
Like I could say, one half my family's Irish.
Actually,
the
the
other
poster
is Scottish. I've only got one bit of English.
And the poster of The Patriot is pretty much exactly the same as Last of the Mohicans, but with Mel Gibson, if I remember rightly.
He's
You just got to find them posters with men with long hair running at you. And you're all for it.
Chariots of Fire. With a proper long short.
Actually,
Yeah, we found a time and everything.
Heath Ledger.
So it's taken
Cool.
Okay. Nice. Okay. Looking good. On the flip side of that answer, is there a particular celeb, or maybe even someone that wound you up back then? We've
Robbie
had
Williams, and he still does now.
Yeah.
There wasn't even, she didn't even take a beat,
Someone
did she?
showed an Instagram post of him the other day in some stupid gold top, dancing to it, and I was like, "You still great me."
To this day, the beef
can't
exists.
stand the man.
Mate,
and if someone plays Angels, I'm like, get off. Someone played it at the open mic, and I was like, right, turn down, off you get, leave.
Really?
It's not in
know
our
what I
set.
No, I mean, I left the Britpop band because they decided to add a few 90s songs in, and they wanted me to sing "Baby When You're Gone" by Mel B and Brian, and I just went, that's not going to happen. And then one of the others was going to sing "Let Me Entertain You" and "Angels," and I was like, I'm out of this band, bye. And they were like being serious, and I was like,
more than serious.
Would you think about singing that cat advert he does?
Yeah, I was going to say about the Felix. Have you seen that? He's doing adverts for Felix.
Yeah, I heard it the other day. I was like, oh my god.
Oh mate, it's cringy.
And it even comes up like Felix introduced by Robbie Williams, and it's him singing a song about it's awful.
It's like, mate, the guy's ego. Why? Just fucking get your name out the thing. You're not Craig David. Like, what the fuck?
He's no Craig David, and that is
why is he doing cat adverts?
That's how far he's
drying up.
He
looks really old as well, lady. As well.
I know he looks horrendous.
There was a picture of him and is it Mark? Who's the other one? The little fucker. Mark Owen. There was those two in a kitchen together.
How little is he?
About 3-4 inches.
little figurine,
life size.
Tiny.
Yeah, it's a shame this is an audio thing rather than a visual. But yeah, they're both in the kitchen together and they look proper. I mean, we look great, obviously.
Obviously,
but they
obviously.
look fucking minging, honestly. So sorry if you're listening to Robbie. We're ever so sorry, but fuck off. Okay. All right. I think no arguments with that one at all, Kate. So we go on to our final one. I think you might have a duplicate answer in that case. Our last question is the big one. It's what everyone needs to know about. So a pot noodle washes up on the shore of the desert island. What flavour are you hoping that pot noodle is? And what boy band member are you going to fight to the death to eat?
So the only...
or girl band.
Or girl band, we can flip it.
You didn't open that one up.
We didn't, that's an interesting concept.
Well, I've got an answer now, so I'm not trying to change it. So
it's Robert Peter Williams. I'll take that. I will stomp that fucker's head.
The only pot noodle I've ever had is the sweet and sour
It's a beautiful
one,
choice.
because I don't really like pot noodles, but I still have to pick the peas out.
I thought you were going to say it was so great you'd never try another one.
Yeah, I tried one and that was all I needed for life.
So that one. And then I was like the whole of Hanson because they're young and I think I can do it.
Yeah. Come up
so
a few times.
You took the drummer, didn't
I took the drum from Hanson
because he was the smallest of the three.
Yeah, I'd be able to zero and I could take.
You're a bit worried about the basis.
I'm
You
going for
an extra foot.
So.
Go for it there.
You take them all.
That's good.
Fancies herself in a ruck with Hanson. I think we all would, to be fair.
I mean, I just took one. Just taken all four. That's brave.
4? There's only 3.
Yeah. Well, the dad. I'm sure the dad's around somewhere.
Mr. Hanson
as well.
Yeah.
I'll fucking shoe them all. Mum, grandma.
Any of the Hanson. Whole family tree. Fucking bring them on.
I don't want any Hanson living. No DNA left to start a new fucking line.
Uncle Chad Hanson, mate. You're fucking ripping him. A new arsehole.
Chad Hanson. That is beautiful. A couple of answers there that very much impressed me. Rick Witter, first of all.
Yeah.
And a bit of Jeremy as well. Beautiful. Lovely stuff. Any contentious answers there, Phil?
It's good, isn't it? Desert Island. That's a good one.
It's a good desert island. Nice to get
strong, no hesitation.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that we went straight in with any celeb that wound you up. Robert Williams.
Yeah.
There wasn't even a thought, was there? It was like,
not at all.
But it was a good one. We all agreed.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% on
definitely.
that. Lovely stuff. Well, thank you very much, Kate. Nice to have you on the island. Hope you get rescued very soon.
So this is one of my own songs. It's called Made For You. Lay down beside me. Take a deep breath. Let it all out. Say it could be different in another place at a different time. Don't just keep your distance. I can do this even in me. You took what you wanted to make you feel better. I hope you feel better. Wait a minute, darling, you're throwing this away. Some infatuation that ain't going your way. She don't want you, she don't love you, she don't give a damn about you. Don't you love yourself enough to walk away? Wait a minute, darling, you're throwing this away. Some infatuation that ain't going your way. She don't want you, she don't love you, she don't give a damn about you. Don't you love yourself enough to walk away? She got you running round in circles. I think that I could love you better if you stop chasing after rainbows. See that I was made for you. She got you running round in circles. I think that I could love you better if you stop chasing after rainbows. See that I was made for you. Time will make a difference. You're too broken, I won't fix you. We should have stopped it sooner, been a little wiser. They all saw this coming. Stop, I don't want to hear it. You're not worth it, you don't mean it. Just hearing your name stings. I'm not being childish, I just can't be near you. Wait a minute, darling, you're throwing this away. Some infatuation that ain't going your way. She don't want you, she don't love you, she don't give a damn about you. Don't you love yourself enough to walk away? Wait a minute, darling, you're throwing this away. Some infatuation that ain't going your way. She don't want you, she don't love you, she don't give a damn about you. Don't you love yourself enough to walk away? She got you running round in circles. I think that I could love you better if you stop chasing after rainbows and see that I was made for you. She got you running round in circles. I think that I could love you better if you stop chasing after rainbows and see that I was made for you. See that I was made for you. You see that I was made for you. I love you better. I love you better. You see that I was made for you.
Okay, we're going to carry on interrogating Kate West, our special guest, by asking her all about her favourite films and albums of the noughties. Where should we start, gents? What should we go with?
What do you want? What would you rather start with?
Music or film, Kate? Your choice. Dealer's choice.
Film.
Yeah.
As
Film.
we were on
Go
that.
for it.
Let's do it.
Though they're
Okay.
all 90s.
That's all right then. We allow a
That's it.
certain
Thank
amount
you.
of
Break the rules slightly.
tolerance and liberal interpretation of the rules. So yeah, have
Imagine
you
if
got?
we said no now.
Can you? Oh, wouldn't it be
No.
awkward? Yeah. Well, I mean, you do it because you're a bit of a maverick, Phil. But we're
It'd just be awkward.
We're a bit more forgiving.
It'd just be pointless.
Yeah, pointless and awkward.
We're only hurting ourselves, essentially. So let's allow it in that case. Let's. Have you got it in an order where you build up to a crescendo? Can you give us a 3, a 2, and a 1?
Yeah.
And then,
do that.
give us a bit of a blurb about why. So what's in at number 3 then? In
Okay, I was going to do it the other way around, but okay, do it that way
we'll
around.
build up. We'll build up to a big finish.
So, Point Break.
Point
Oh,
Break.
classic.
It's a quality film. You can't argue with it. I have
I
only
mean,
watched
it's
it
cheesy
recently.
as anything. but,
Young, dumb, and full of cum.
I still like it.
Mate.
Can't
Love
argue.
it. Swayze and
Bit
Keanu
of
Reeves.
Swayze Reeves. Beautiful.
I watched it recently. I mean,
Who's-
Reeves is terrible actor though.
Oh,
and he's
Reeves is gorgeous.
he's. I mean, I know he's not known for his acting,
Yeah.
but he's really bad. In
He's pretty. Well, he's just come out of finishing, I think, the second Bill and Ted.
Yeah, he kind of carries on from
Well,
there.
they
doesn't
found him. I think they found both of them at McDonald's, from what I remember. They found the.
What do you mean you remember he was there?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I was there. I was getting my cheeseburger.
You didn't realise
Fuck me, there's a good actor.
there was a massive casting,
Yeah.
casting agent
No,
in America.
I don't know. That's what.
What,
they were-
Swayze and...
No, not Swayze. No, Bill and Ted. Whoever played. I know.
Alex Winter.
Alex.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
why didn't
it,
he
yeah.
get the part of Swayze then? That'd have been
Should
even
have that'd
better.
been brilliant.
That could have worked.
So
couldn't it?
who did you prefer? Who was your crush on, Swayze or?
Oh,
was it-
definitely Swayze,
Swayze, yeah.
And did you
See, I
watch the
don't
remake?
like fancy Patrick Swayze
Yeah.
in general, but
No.
I do in that film.
That film, yeah. Because he's Bodie, he's the dude, and he's the man.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I like the surfing bit. And
It shouldn't
No.
work. I love that film, but it shouldn't work because it is cheesy as hell, but it blends.
The cut scenes
I
are
love
awesome,
it. Yeah,
though.
it's just brilliant. Yeah.
The night surfing scene where it's all
Nice.
cut really badly. Just all these action shots of
love-
surfing. It's like, where have these been taken?
I just love it when he jumps out the plane without a parachute.
It's ridiculous.
But again, it shouldn't work,
It's a
but it does,
ridiculous
and it's
film,
like.
isn't it? Yeah.
And it's
Just
Catherine
suspend all
Bigelow
the-
who directed it, who did
She did
Hurt
Hurt
Locker
Locker and stuff,
as well.
didn't she?
Yeah,
I know,
which
and
is-
she's
yeah.
like a real big,
No,
like,
but
serious
it just-
director. And she's done
it
Point
just-
Break. It's crazy.
No, but they
isn't it?
remade it. Do you remember they remade it? And
yeah.
it was absolutely awful, as a lot of remakes are. But
Who was in that then?
Point Break.
It was like Home and Away version, wasn't it? It was just crap.
Was he like really, really small fry?
I don't think anyone big. is
Alf
bigger than-
Stewart going rack off your
Yeah, it
mongrel.
was just, I don't know. It was awful.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good film. I like Point
I
Break.
lost complete control. All right, let's
Sorry,
bring it
yeah.
back. That's number 3. I mean, it can only get better from here, right? So what's in at number 2?
so in order not to name the same like one as my first one, so I've
Yeah.
like got rid of the Last Mohicans and
Okay.
stuff. So then my second one's Flatliners.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sutherland and all the rest of them.
Julia Roberts.
Good Day to
yeah.
Die,
Yeah,
isn't
that's
it? That's what they're
beautiful.
saying, that film. Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen that for ages.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Yeah.
Like that.
So
what
what
is
do
it about
they
the
all-
film?
I'm a massive Julia Roberts fan. One.
So
I mean,
is Jimmy.
but not like I don't like romantic comedies. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But that's not a romantic comedy
No,
that she's
absolutely.
in.
Yeah.
And obviously, love Keith Sutherland. Like he loved The Lost Boys. That's one of my other favourite films. But I just like them together because they were
Yeah.
going to get married, weren't they? And then she walked out.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But and Kevin Bacon's in it as well, isn't he?
It was quite a big cast.
It was a big
wasn't
cast,
it?
wasn't
Good
Yeah.
cast, yeah. But yeah, I just like the idea of it. Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it? It was like they were scientists and they were like, I can't really remember the
they're all
story.
like students, and they like doctors,
Yes.
or
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah,
and then
medical
they try and test out whether they can bring someone
Bring
back
them
to
back from
life
the dead,
afterwards.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good shout. Interesting. So what the hell is in at number 1?
So this goes more along the other line of the Last Mohicans.
It's another
Okay.
poster of someone
the-
running
yeah.
towards us with long hair.
Last
much.
of
It
the...
Is it Braveheart?
It is.
Out of nowhere. He shoots, he scores.
Well done.
So it's anyone with long hair on the horseback. It is, isn't it?
It's fucking horses, isn't it? Okay, so Gibson, terrible accent, horseback, face paints.
It's good.
What
He's
more
a
do you
good
need?
director.
What-
Yeah.
That being funny, again, like I love The Last Mohicans for like the end scene. This
Yeah.
is like one of the best like first scenes because you don't expect them to cut the girl's throat. Like his love interest,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
cut her throat.
Yeah.
And you don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah. It's
And
very
then
Game of
he
Thronesy, isn't it? It's like,
rocks
get rid
in
of those.
and kills the crap out of everyone.
Goes doolally.
I like
when
that.
he's getting done at the end of it, that's
But it's funny as well. Like, there's other bits
getting
that are
done.
funny. The Irish guy in it. The Irish guy in it's really funny.
Yes,
Yeah.
And then the bit, like, you know, when they're all in the fight scenes and they all get their asses out and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, so what I would say is the difference between something like The Last Mohicans and Braveheart is that it's funny.
Yeah,
as well.
it doesn't take
I'm
yourself quite so
taking,
seriously.
Kate, you said you're half Scottish as well. I'm taking that went down well.
There's a
in
bit
that.
of Scottish in me, maybe a quarter Scottish, half
okay.
Irish, quarter English type thing.
But it went down well in that, with the relatives.
But it's a man and that was Scottish, so but it's just the idea of that whole, you know, getting in there and getting justice and
Taking on the big bully and coming out on top.
guess so.
Nice. It's a good shout.
Gibson wins 2-1 against
Daniel Day.
Daniel Day-Lewis, kicking ass, taking names. It's the Gibson way, isn't it?
It is.
It's the Gibson way. And then some slight drinking problems and racism. Okay, let's move away from film in that case, because it's leading us down a dark path, me especially. Let's talk music in that case. So similar vibes, a 3, then a 2, then a 1.
So is this 90s as well? You've done 90s albums?
Yeah, because
all
like
good,
I wanted to answer them honestly, and I was like, if I'm being honest, rather than having to like try and actually find my
Yeah.
answers, like,
we're
my
the same.
three
I
favourite
find
albums are
90s.
from-
We've all said it basically. Music gets
from the
worse in
90s.
the noughties than it was in the 90s. 90s was the rich stomping ground, so we're more than happy to take an answer from that. So,
I've forgotten one then for a second. I was like, oh God, the pressure. So like third last.
Yeah,
like
so
third
in
now, sorry.
a 3.
So I don't even know what the name. That's really bad. But it's the Cranberries' first album was my.
Is that No Need to Argue? Or?
Yes,
That's
that's it.
the
Thank
shout.
you.
Is it?
Well in, Reynolds.
What's the other one? Everyone's doing it, but why?
Yeah,
Why aren't we
that's
or
the
something
other
like
one.
that,
Yeah.
So what does that one have on it that stands out for...
Is that Linger?
Yeah,
I think
Lingo.
so, yeah, it's one of the
Yeah.
first ones. I mean, but I'm trying to think of the albums that I constantly played
Yeah.
over and over. Do you know what I mean?
Dreams.
Rather
Should have
than
Dreams as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
an ode
yeah,
to
yeah.
it's the
Yeah,
ode
it starts
to
Ode to My Family.
That's a great,
First
that's a
one.
great song. Ode
Yeah.
to My Family. Yeah.
It's beautiful. Her voice is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, it is,
Yeah.
yeah.
Beautiful voice.
It's totally different as well, isn't it, when it can come out? Cause
I think for me, like
I know.
bearing in mind my voice is it's not the same
Yeah.
at all, but
Okay.
like when I do Zombie, everyone's like, "Oh, you did that really well," and I was like, "My family's Irish, so like that wasn't the struggle for me."
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Whereas if I was trying to sing, which was what I was into before I heard Pearl Jam 10 coming out of my brother's room, like I liked crap like Whitney Houston and Five Star and Mariah Carey, and I can't sing like that.
Yeah.
So when obviously like the Cranberries came out, and I was like, "Oh, I can sing like that."
This I can do.
Yeah, 'cause
Right.
she sings it's quite Celtic, isn't it? It's that she
Yeah.
does sing.
Yeah, she sings
quite
in the
because
Irish
you normally
accent,
get like Irish or Scottish people. They sound very Scottish and Irish, but when they sing, they don't. But she does actually. Yeah, it's very. Yeah, it's very.
She keeps
like
the
that.
accent.
Yeah.
The delivery. Doesn't
yeah,
it?
that's why it works.
You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, it's great as well.
Great
And
album.
then, yeah, some of the, even later on with Zombie and that, it's like very sort of political, but it's sort of it's not in
But
the
she's
face,
not.
is it?
I felt like with her, like although she does the light airy voice, which I can do quite easily because it is that Celtic thing. But she weren't all like sitting back and do you know what I mean? She's still quite fierce,
yeah,
which is kind of exactly how I feel about it when I'm singing. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I can do the light airy stuff, but then I can do that stuff too.
She's got a
do you know what I
darker
mean?
side, yeah.
It feels like it feels like she's not even dead though.
No,
That's why, I know she
it's the
has
same.
passed, but it feels
Yeah.
like she's
You kind of just have to
like
go.
timeless. Sort
I'm
of,
sure she is. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's a very good choice. Okay, that's 3. How about number 2?
So this one I think would be quite obvious for anyone that knows me, but it would be Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill.
Cracker. I
amazing, yeah.
think we both chose that in our run.
I did, and I should have because
Did you
I
not?
saw her this year, and
I think
she
I
blew
did,
me
Frank.
away. She was amazing.
And unlike Pearl Jam,
Yeah.
Plays
is
the proppers.
actually gigging Jagged Little Pill and
Yeah.
just puts in a couple of the others. You
Yeah.
know when you're like, that one off that album and that one off that album, don't do any others.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
hear that.
Like, and that to me is respect to her fans. If I know what you've come here to
Yeah.
hear,
Yeah.
and I'm going to play that for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good, thank you. That is what I wanted.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But,
it's very charged. It's one of the few albums I used to be able to play.
Yeah,
as you say, all
same
the way
here.
through.
I think I went through a stage of playing it a bit too much, and that's what I forgot. But yeah, just opened it up when I saw I forgot what an amazing album it was. An amazing
She's
singer.
great.
She is.
Yeah, I've seen her live as well.
Like,
She's
range
amazing.
as well was. I didn't realise she was that good a singer.
Yeah.
It's but then you find out about her. She started off.
She started with dance and
poppy,
stuff,
then
didn't she? Yeah.
when she was growing up and that, she was actually I think like a pop princess type thing to begin with. Didn't know where she wanted to go, and then she went into the rock sort of side of things. But There you go.
Yeah, but she probably had to fight for that a little bit as well, though. And to be honest, the other reason I like her is until she came out, really, the girls weren't getting their voices heard on the radio until she came out and she turned it. And I know, obviously, right, I'm not saying no one ever, but in the indie rock type scene,
it was few and far between.
Weren't getting heard, really, until she came on the scene and it opened it up for everybody else.
She got turned down so many times for that album as well.
And the song she obviously brought out was quite an angry song as well, wasn't it, Susie?
I love doing that. You ought to know it's normally the one I do at the very end of my...
Oh, really? So it wasn't even she came out with just quite an obvious, like, you could probably say like ironic or something like that. She came out with an angry, I hate that song. Kind of a punk song, didn't she? But,
I hate ironic, but Cover You Ought to Know. And everybody loved... And I guess it's just one of those ones on the scene. It's not really gigged very often. So the girls always go mental when I do it, and everybody loves the line, and are you thinking of me when you fuck her? And I purposely stop playing just so everyone can shout out that line, because everyone wants to sing that line, do you know what I mean? And that's a great song. I don't think it's aged.
Is there any reason, Kate, why you hate ironic at all? Or you just don't like singing it?
It's just annoying. And it'll be that one that everyone goes, oh, can you play that one? By
it's the one they all know from the radio kind of play, isn't it? It's like,
and it'll be the one that, like, for example, I was hanging out with some younger people, and they were like, oh, that woman who sings ironic. And I was like, oh, please don't let that be what she's known by. That's the only song we know her by. When she's done so much better than that. So,
given that none of it's irony, it's kind of strange. There we go. All right, so that's number 2. And top of the list, what can it possibly be but Robbie Williams?
No, so again, I know it's a repeat answer, but it'll always be Pearl Jam 10, because for me, it changed the music I liked. Do you know what I mean? My brother, I had an older brother, and before that, I didn't like grunge, indie rock, nothing. Do you know, like nothing like that. And I heard him playing 10 from his bedroom and literally walked in and went, what's this? Do you know what I mean?
Even muffled, it was all right. Like, this has drawn me in.
No, it wasn't muffled from his room. He was playing the music very loud. He was actually in a Pearl Jam cover band, in fairness. I think they were called Salem's Lot or something. He was a good lead guitarist, do you know what I mean? He doesn't play as much anymore, but he was actually really good at lead. But, like, I just heard it, and I used to practice around our house as well and everything, and I remember them asking me to do that bit at the end of Black, you know, the really high bit. And they were saying, oh, could you possibly do that bit? Do you know what I mean? And I was like, oh, I'm like 15.
So was that like your first foray into music itself?
I didn't ever do it. No,
you didn't?
No, I didn't do it. But they did ask me at some point. And but the point was that they were practicing that album at my house all the time. And it was the first thing where I was just like, what's this? And then it spiraled from down there. I was going to the brass wearing DMs.
You've got a lot to answer for, haven't you? Yeah. Pearl Jam and your brother.
Yeah.
Led you down a rocky road, but a good one.
Great album.
Great album. Good answers.
Delicious. No contested answers.
What do you think of Eddie Vedder? Where do you rate him as a lead, like a front man?
I mean, I don't like him very much anymore after the last 2 times I've seen Pearl Jam.
Apart from the bit in this.
Apart from his decision making.
Yeah.
And then even allowing them to put that golden circle thing.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't care what anyone says. Well, hold on. The band that have said they'll play here have allowed that to happen. Do you know what I mean? And as far as I'm concerned, like, that should go against everything they stand for. So allowing there to be a flipping circle that ruins the whole... It ruins it for everyone, because the atmosphere can't pass back. And the problem is you've got a bunch of people that paid extra that aren't even moshing at the front. Right. So the atmosphere can't pass back through the crowd. You are literally ruining the whole experience of going to this gig. It makes me furious.
Yeah, it doesn't start anywhere, does it?
No, because it has to start with the people at the front. And the problem is the people at the front, which like me, that will fight to get to the front, to create the atmosphere. Well, hold on, who have you got at the front here? No one's creating the atmosphere anymore.
It's the Prawn Sandwich Brigade, isn't it? And got a few extra quid.
So it doesn't work. So kind of let down.
Yeah,
is how I feel. But in fairness, like you can't take 10 away from them, no matter what. So
that's very true. Very true.
Correct.
Lovely, beautiful, good stuff. Thank you very much, Kate. Right, slurp, and then it's you, isn't it?
John Cazale.
Are you? Yeah. So this is the 5. You're happy with the 5? You've given us the 5, haven't you? Have you got it on your
I've got them
phone?
Here in case I forgot.
Okay.
So yeah.
If not, I was going to line you up. All right.
Yeah, I think it's similar to the one you did, but it's a good one. I wish I'd have gone for this one now.
Smart.
I do wish I'd have gone for this one.
Got to use your noddle, haven't you? Got to use your noddle, Phil. All right. We're going to carry straight on then, B.
All good.
Okay, so final part of the interrogation, Kate. You're nearly there. Stick with us. This is the John Cazale challenge, which I'm going to pass over to Phil for.
Yeah. So,
Hello.
so we sent you an email, briefed you.
You did.
On the John Cazale challenge. So 5 films by an actor, actress, in a row. Doesn't have to be their first 5, although I think your one's their first 5.
And it's in the 90s.
Bonus point.
So I was like, actually, not only have I got the 5 films, but it's in the 90s as well.
Smash.
Yeah,
Still like sticking with the
tick, innit?
I do kind of wish I'd have gone for this one now. I rushed my one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I do. I think I'd have. Yeah. But go on anyway. I know we know it, but let's put us out of our misery. What have you gone for?
So I've gone for Edward Norton.
Yeah.
Wow.
Solid choice.
And the films starting from?
So the first film is Primal Fear, which is one of my favourite films because it's one of those ones that you don't think's
No.
going to happen.
Great.
And very rarely does that happen where I watch a film going, oh, God, didn't know that would happen. Do you know what
I only think you don't get it because he's acting so good.
Yeah.
Because I don't actually think the twist is that good. Like when you, in hindsight, you look back, I think, you could get that, but he acts so
lead you such a
well,
way,
that you just think he hits you, just like fucking hell.
Yeah.
I think that's what I like about it.
Clever.
It's just even better. Yeah, he's good.
Now I've got a confession. I haven't seen the next film.
Go on.
Now, nowhere in the brief does it say you have to have watched it.
yeah,
It's all
no,
right.
it
You
doesn't
just have to
say
come
that.
up with the actor, so that's all right.
So the
That's
next
fine.
one's The People versus Larry Finn.
Oh, that's a great film, mate.
But I know it's got
Very
Courtney Love in it. And then
Yeah.
I'm like, have I seen it? But like, I haven't seen it enough to remember it. So,
he
again, I
plays the
felt like
lawyer
in
in
the
that, doesn't
theme
he?
because Courtney Love's in it. Do you know what I mean?
Well worth a watch.
Yeah, it's a good film. Yeah. Courtney Love, Woody Harrelson. He plays the lawyer.
And I love
Edward
Woody
Norton.
Harrelson. And I was like, maybe I should watch this before I go. I just haven't had time. So.
No, yeah, I'd recommend it. It's a good film.
Yeah, if you ever get like a day off from the 3 bands, the single stuff, the actual work, general life, have a watch. Very good film. So that's 2 of the 5. Sorry, what's the third one?
Rounders.
Yeah, it's a good
Great
film,
film
isn't
as
it?
Which
well.
I think gets forgotten because, like, the Matt Damon film, do you know what I mean? And I love that film, but, like, it's not one of the ones that when people talk about Matt Damon, that they
it doesn't
list, I
instantly.
don't feel. But, like, I think that's a great film.
Banging film.
Yeah, he's good.
American History X.
The best.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge
How we didn't
film.
get an Oscar for that film, I do not know.
And then the very classic Fight Club.
Yeah, again.
Yeah.
Enough said.
Yeah.
Phil
My
goes
favourite.
Phil gets gooey and a bit wet around the eyes when you mention that. So
Yeah, no, they are. I do wish I'd have gone for that.
it's a great set of 5, isn't it? And it's the first 5 as well. So it's like bang.
And to be fair, that's probably the last of his good films. I mean, he's done some good films, but I don't think he's done a run like that.
No, because I had a look and I was like, oh, I thought you'd have done better films.
I think,
like,
I think
since
he's meant to be
then.
quite hard to work with, I've heard.
Is he?
Yeah, I don't think he's very liked in Hollywood.
Who wants to be
Is that why they gave him the Hulk?
nice?
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
You can be a dick now if you want, mate.
They call
Be
it
as angry as you want.
he does a lot of
American film
rewrites and that, doesn't he? I don't
right.
think he's very
Okay.
liked around
Right,
Hollywood,
okay.
but he's great. Yeah. But yeah, it's a surprise. He done like, in the 90s that run of films, and you think, Christ, and then that was probably the last great film he did, actually, wasn't it? Fight Club, I think.
Yeah,
He's done some good ones, but
yeah, not quite of that level.
No.
I don't like the new. What's
it's a
the
great
new
five.
things he's in now?
he does a lot of Wes Anderson stuff,
What's
doesn't
there? There's a like who done it.
Glass Onion.
Glass Onion, yeah.
Glass
he? I
Onion.
liked Knives Out, but I didn't like that Glass Onion one. That wasn't as good.
Yeah,
But he does a lot of Wes Anderson stuff, doesn't he, as well, like in them films.
yeah.
That's a good.
Not a patch, but
Yeah. So at the end of the
5.
series, we're going to get all the guests' answers together. And we'll either do like an
Straw poll it or
IMDb
something,
rating thing and see who's come up with the best answer. That could be a good shout, I think.
I think it's
Yeah.
definitely.
Although I still, someone picked Harrison
Ford. That's a good one. Yeah,
I think that's probably going to. If you go by the ratings, that's going to be because it was like Indiana Jones, Empire Strikes Back.
You can't say that's, I mean, at least 3 of those have got him on horseback. She's got
He hasn't got the long hair though. He hasn't got the long hair.
long hair. Yeah, good point.
brilliant.
Good point. So damn close, but not enough hair.
But no, yeah, that's a good
Good
shout.
shout. Good,
Yeah, well
good
done,
shout. Nice.
Brilliant.
All right, so this is another one of my original songs, and it's called Puzzle Piece. I miss you squeezing my hand really tight. The first time I looked in your eyes, I swore I'd protect you from all the monsters. Never loved anyone more in my life. When your tiny hand squeezed my finger real tight, I'll stand in the rain and watch you play football, laughing at you with your pants on your head, jumping on trampolines till we sunbed. I miss you squeezing my hand really tight. Without you, summer's don't mean shit no more. There's a missing part of me, a massive hole where you should be my puzzle piece. Without you, summer's don't mean shit no more. I can sleep, I barely eat. Give me some air, 'cause I can't breathe. My puzzle piece. Wish I could shield you from this hateful world, so full of confusion, painful heartbreaks. What on your shoulders is not fucking fair. But I miss you squeezing my hand really tight. Without you, summer's only shit no more. There's a missing part of me, a massive hole where you should be my puzzle piece. Without you, summer's only shit no more. I can sleep, I barely eat. Give me some air, 'cause I can't breathe. My puzzle piece. Remember, remember. Promise me I'll remember. I remember the both of us. Remember, remember. Promise me you'll remember. I remember the both of us. My puzzle piece, missing part of me. I'm missing part of you, like I'm missing part of me. My puzzle piece, missing part of me. I'm missing part of you, like I'm missing part of me. My puzzle piece.
Okay, so that is the end of your time with us, Miss West. It's been an absolute delight. So we want to thank you for coming down and spending a bit of time with us. Let's get one more plug in, though, for your upcoming gigs. So we've got the Nightingales at
8th of March.
On the 8th of March, which is International Women's Day, and it's at
10 Green
Bottles in Leon C. Tickets available.
Day after my birthday.
Again, Phil, it's not about you.
Yeah.
We're gonna have
No one
to.
cares about your birthday.
Thank you, Faith.
Every year.
Every year, more and more, less and less interest, isn't there? And then, sort of personally, your next Friday, which is the 24th of Feb, at
The Smack
in Lee as
Old
well.
Lee.
And if people want to find out about you, they can Google you on Facebook at Kate West Music.
Yep.
And there's probably an Instagram knocking around somewhere as well.
Which would just
We
be Kate
think.
West as well. It's definitely no special stuff on there. It's
There's
just
no
Kate West.
underscores and
Whatever you
extra
do.
special
No,
characters
definitely
and shit.
not.
Okay, perfect. Is there anything else that you'd like to give a quick shout out to, or anything along those lines that we
The
missed?
band as well, Kismet.
Kismet,
Yeah.
perfect.
They're playing again down the Smack. Seems to be popular there at the minute.
Indeed.
What did I say?
Smack's very popular
End of
these days.
March, Saturday 25th.
Yeah.
Yes, that sounds about right. 25th of March.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, definitely get down. Check her out online, guys. But for now, gentlemen, should we bring out the Camp Ghost?
Camp Ghost. Woo!
Camp Ghost. Thank you very much, Kate West. They say that all good things must come to an end, and the same is true with podcasts. So that is your lot. Stop being greedy. Go and talk to your husband or wife, your kids, a friend, your cellmate, maybe a counsellor, whoever. It's only a few days until we release the next episode, so go and do something productive. Go on, bugger off. Love you.
See you.